Hey there, kids. This is Reveal Math, lesson 9.6. Let's take a look together. It says this. Today we're looking at solving word problems, okay? So you can solve word problems involving fractions by writing out the steps. So here it is. On a vacation, Tim took 3/4 of a pound of dried cranberries. So that seems important. I'm going to highlight that right there. Then he took 2/4 of a pound less of dried bananas than dried cranberries. Okay, so he took 2/4 of a pound less of dried bananas. What is the total weight of the dried fruit that Tim took on his vacation? Well, step one is we want to go through and subtract to find the weight of the dried bananas. Well, the cranberries were 3/4 of a pound, and it says the dried bananas were 2/4 of a pound less than that. So the dried bananas were 3/4, take away 2/4, leaves you with 1/4. The dried bananas were 1/4 of a pound. Then you need to add to find the total weight of the fruit. The cranberries were 3/4 of a pound, plus we just said the bananas were 1/4 of a pound. So how much is that together? Well, 3/4 plus 1/4 equals 4/4 or 4/4. 3/4 plus 1/4 is 4/4. The total weight of dried fruit is 4/4 of a pound, but we know that anytime the numerator and denominator are the same, that equals 1 whole, so really it's 1 pound. Kids, you're learning how to add and subtract fractions in word problems. Let's take a look at another one right here. It says this. It says, this morning Tom ran 7/10 of a mile. Seems like that might be important, okay? This afternoon, he ran 3/10 of a mile less, 3/10 of a mile less than the distance that he ran in the morning. Tom ran how many miles this afternoon? What's the total distance that Tom ran today? Okay, well, let's figure this out. Let's get a pen right here. He ran 7/10 in the morning, okay? Here we go, gotta get the pen ready. Oh, there it is. Okay, so 7/10 in the morning. But he ran 3/10 of a mile less than that in the afternoon. Okay, so we got to figure that out. We know it's going to be tenths because tenths, 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 right? 7/10 take away 3/10 leaves you with 4/10. So in the afternoon, he did 4/10. So the morning was 7/10. The afternoon was 3/10 less, so that means the afternoon was 4/10. Okay, Tom ran miles this afternoon. He ran 4/10 in the afternoon. And the question is, what is the total distance that he ran for the day? So we have 7/10 in the morning plus 4/10 in the afternoon. Okay, we just have to add those together. 7/10 and 4/10 is 11/10. Okay, now if you want to be really smart, you can fix this. This has got an improper fraction. It's got a bigger numerator than a denominator. And you could also say this. 11/10 is really the same thing as 10/10 plus 1/10. Do you agree? Yeah. This right here is really worth 1, so we can write that as 1. And this right here is just 1/10. So you ran 1 1/10 of a mile. Now, for right now, if you wrote this as your answer, you're correct. 11/10 is good. If you want to be fancy, you could write it like this down here. Kids, you're learning how to add and subtract fractions and word problems. All right, here we go again. Joyce has used 8/10 of a liter of peppermint shampoo. Okay. She used 2/10 of a liter less coconut shampoo than peppermint shampoo. All right, well, let's figure that out. It asks us right away, Joyce used how much of a liter of coconut shampoo? Well, we know it's going to be 8/10, okay, for the peppermint. But she used 2/10 of a liter less than that for the coconut. Okay. 8/10 take away 2/10 is 6/10. Okay, so Joyce used 6/10 of a liter of coconut shampoo. How much shampoo has she used altogether? Well, she used 8/10 of peppermint and she used 6/10 of coconut. So now we just have to add those together. 8/10 plus 6/10. Okay, we know that the answer is going to be in tenths. 8 plus 6, that's 14. 14 tenths. Now this is an improper fraction because, and you could just leave it like this, but if you want to be smart, you can change this, okay? 14 tenths is the same thing as 10 tenths plus 4 tenths. We know that 10 tenths is a whole because anytime the numerator and denominator are the same, that's a whole. 1 and 4 tenths. Okay, this is 1 and this is 4 tenths right here. So the answer is 1 and 4 tenths. This would have been okay right here. You could have left it as 14 tenths, but if you want to be a smart one, you can rename it as 1 and 4 tenths. This is a mixed number. So anyway, you're learning how to add and subtract fractions. All right, to make a recipe, Clarice used 1/4 cup of oil and 2/4 cups of water. How much liquid does she use? Okay, well, this looks like a single step problem this time. So 1/4 of a cup of oil plus 2/4 of a cup of water. How much liquid would that be altogether? Well, we know it's fourths, so this is fourths. 1 plus 2 is 3, and the answer is 3/4. Now, really, it asks you to use a representation. It could have been a number line or a picture or something, and an equation to solve. Now, we just used an equation right here. Kids, you're learning how to add and subtract fractions. All right, in class today, you're doing pages 57 and 58 in your workbook. You're doing practice pages 99 and 100. You're learning how to add and subtract fractions. All right, here's what's on the Friday quiz. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'll get you started. Jen ran 9/10 of a mile, okay? Her sister ran 12/10 of a mile, okay? How much farther did Jen's sister run? Well, what they really want you to do is they want you to find the distance between, the difference between what the sister ran and what Jan ran. So whenever you're doing subtraction and finding the difference, you have to start with the bigger number first, okay? So it's going to be 12/10. Let's get a pen again. Okay, 12/10. Take away 9/10. And that's going to equal some number of tenths. I'm not going to tell you what it is, okay? You figure that one out. But anyway, kids, you are learning how to add and subtract fractions today. Okay, there you go. If you're having trouble, come and see us. We will help you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.